Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And in this video, we're going to talk more about the serious, huge family drama that is the Christie family's drama, where Chantel Christie is now talking about Takari's living arrangement involving Section 8, as well as more family violence. Now, before we get into the social media post, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. All right, so these set of posts are coming from the Bravo Shade Room. Of course, they are on a variety of Instagram blogs, but they have compiled all of them. Now, you know that Takari is Jackie Christie's oldest daughter. She has a different dad than Chantel and little Dougie. Takari is on TikTok, and she made a post, and Chantel is going to respond. So this first TikTok reads, point of view. You, while your mom is giving them the ass whooping they've been asking for all day. And Chantel writes, wait, hold on. Aren't you the same daughter that pulled a KNIFE on Jackie? You got 3 kids she's never met in person, but you want to be on the internet taunting me? Girl, tell me you have Stockholm Syndrome without telling me you have Stockholm Syndrome. You should leave me alone. Honestly, truly, this is my last warning shot. So she is talking about basically, from Chantel's perspective, she thinks it's ridiculous that Takari is defending their mom, a mom who has never even met her 3 grandchildren that Takari has birthed. And she is saying, you should leave me alone. This is my last warning shot. Like there are more things that she could say about Takari. And then she's saying, this is so fake for you to defend Jackie, not calling her mom, calling her Jackie, because Takari allegedly pulled out a weapon at one point on Jackie. So I want to talk about that for a moment. So we saw on Monday night's episode the physical altercation. I feel like Chantel had it coming after Jackie Christie repeatedly would walk away from her daughter while her daughter was calling her Jackie, saying things like, your marriage is going to end, your husband is going to leave you. And, of course, in previous episodes, she said, all I need to do is call dad, and he'll shut this down. All sorts of stuff. And so Jackie repeatedly walked away. Allegedly, Chantel pushed her. We saw that. Now, Chantel is saying she touched my arm and I pushed her. And then, Jackie slapped her. I didn't see no touching of Jackie's arm. I saw Jackie walking away. I saw Chantel following her, violating a boundary, because when she walked away, she created a boundary. And Chantel followed her. She violated that boundary. She pushed her mom, and Jackie slapped her. And there's a moderator chat that I'm in, and they sent me the anime version of Jackie and Chantel. I posted it on my IG stories, like either late last night or early this morning. It is hilarious, okay? And they even zoom in on the mole. Oh my gosh. But I say all that to say, I believe that this family has a history of getting violent with each other. So with Jackie being violent on camera with Chantel, we know it goes down behind the scenes, behind the cameras. So I'm pretty sure that Jackie and Takari have had some violent moments, just in my opinion, Jackie. And so I'm sure there was another altercation where Takari was prepared and pulled out the KNIFE on her. That doesn't surprise me. So Chantel, after Monday night's episode, for you to say that Takari pulled out a weapon on Jackie, that doesn't shock me given how you all talk to each other and you're human, tempers flare, and your mom slapped you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Takari does pack some sort of something when interacting with her mother. So that does not surprise me at all. So then Chantel writes more, okay? And she tags her sister Takari. Ah, there it is. Now, this is in response to Takari saying that allegedly Chantel was sleeping with one of her dad, Doug Christie's prospects, a fellow athlete. So Chantel tags Takari and says, ah, there it is. The jealousy bug bit you? Now this all makes sense. Maybe you should have been messing with a prospect. Then you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. Section 8, ain't it? This constant commentary coming from you is giving obsessed, as if you need mommy's money and acceptance. I want to take a quick pause. Chantel, just for me, in my opinion, you calling out Takari allegedly living off of Section 8, that's not a read. That's not a flex. If anything, you're reading your mother right now because that looks a little sad that Takari is on Section 8 when her mom is a millionaire. She got to be a millionaire just from her basketball wives checks alone. It's been several years that Jackie has been on that show. Not to mention your dad's money, Doug Christie's money. So the fact that, I mean, even if they bought cash for a house for Takari and made her pay them some sort of monthly rent, and they could even save that monthly rent in an account for her, but make her be responsible and pay them. I don't see what's wrong with that. Nene Leakes bought her oldest son Bryson a house for him and his children to commune, to live in. I don't see why the Christies couldn't have done that for Takari. So I don't think you're embarrassing Takari. I think you're embarrassing your parents, both Jackie and Doug, by calling out that she's been living on Section 8. And she says, girl, when this is all said and done, you're going to be sitting right there in that same spot, miserable and mad at the world, waiting for the next opportunity to make a TikTok and chime in on things you claim you're so healed from. Let me take a quick pause. Well, Chantel, if you went to therapy, you would know that healing is not linear. You're going to have days where, perhaps your self-esteem is lower and you're doubting yourself. You're going to have days where you're going to hear about something or see something or something happens to you and it triggers when you were getting bullied, when you were getting manipulated, when you're getting taken advantage of. And you're going to think those negative thoughts about the past that really, did a number on you. So even if Takari is making content about you taunting your mom until she couldn't take it anymore and slapped you, healing is not linear and nobody is perfect anyway. I think you're a great example of not being perfect, right? And I'm not perfect either, but she can be healed and still have days where she gets triggered. I think it's safe to say also that you and your mom's physical altercation probably did trigger Takari because she's probably been in a similar situation before with both of you. I'm pretty sure the two of you may have scrapped as well. Just my guess and just my opinion. But healing is not linear. You're going to have some bad days. So she can, yes, give commentary on things that she says that she is healed from. Taunting me for experiencing some of the same shit you did makes you know better than her. You want attention from me that you don't get from her? Here it is, sis. You want to comment on everything but the facts at hand. You too have reached a level of violence with Jackie because of her mistreatment. That's why you put a KNIFE on her in Sacramento. Okay, so Chantel, you just literally explained why your sister pulled out the weapon on your mom. So again, how is that a read? How are you embarrassing Takari? We all can see that your family, y'all are definitely troubled, everyone involved. And I think that, I just don't want to 100% say that Doug is a punk. He just let shit ride. I think that in terms of being compatible with his wife, I think by her being so high sprung and she goes from 0 to 100 real quick, I think his energy is more calming. I can see why those two could be together and balance each other out for sure. As far as his parenting goes, in that clip that's on the blogs, back when Laura Govan was talking to you, you were saying that whenever your dad did try to have conversation with you, Jackie would interrupt it and have you do something, to remove yourself, like almost suggesting perhaps that she didn't want the two of you to get close. But my point is that you are explaining the chaos that is your family, and that's why Takari pulled out the weapon. So I don't see that as a read or you even embarrassing her. As a matter of fact, for any of us who have experienced bullying, sexual harassment, stalking, manipulation, I believe we are connecting with Takari. I know I am. I feel like, Chantel, you have like some sort of rich kid syndrome where you want to connect with people's struggles, especially while you're on Basketball Wives. I feel like you felt like that's what you needed to do to connect with viewers, but it wasn't authentic. Between the two, I would totally connect with Takari. And you have 3 kids she's never met, but she wants legal rights to mine. Do you hear yourself? You've been waiting to hop on the hate train, and it's sad to see. I haven't spoken to you in 8 years. There's no reason for you to be on the internet making videos trying to be funny. We can both be hilarious, or you can stop trying to provoke a reaction out of me and just leave me alone. You out here on the front line, standing up for someone who's never stood up for you. I need to heal, and so do you, Bookie. Now, I want to say, Chantel, you are very verbose and you write long social media posts. Why is it okay for you to do it? But if Takari makes TikTok content or makes comments on the blogs, you take issue. That's almost like you're trying to manipulate Takari like you say your mom has done to you all. You're trying to make her feel like she's less than, or you're hoping to control her behavior so that she just shuts her mouth, you know, sit back in the cut and shut the fuck up, right? And never say anything, never have an opinion, never use her brain cells. But it's okay for you to do those things. You get to explain things to the public, to the viewers of the show by posting on your social media. You get to vent. You get to say, oh no, I'm shutting down the comments to protect my peace. It's okay when you do it. But when Takari expresses herself on these issues, that has happened to her and it's her family too. You take issue. I find it to be interesting. And when you want to silence someone, especially someone who has been bullied, has been mistreated, it's just giving like you want to be the manipulator and you want to control Takari on some level. So Takari, keep making your content, and also, and you can, almost like minister to yourself. You journal, or if you pray, you do that, or you talk to your therapist. Whatever you have to do to be there for yourself as well. And then we saw Britney Rener, talking about getting involved and tagging Takari. Chantel, how soon they forget. You wrote a whole book detailing the way you were allegedly treated, Takari. By the way, I actually read it. It felt very rushed and overall like a long text message you probably wanted to send her directly. Your cry for help didn't matter then because it never will. Do you care about the truth or do you want to be the one to tell it? She isn't going to love you any differently, get you on the show, or take a sudden interest in you or your life or your children. So you gain what exactly? Terrible ass sister. Britney, stay out of it. What do you know? You know whatever Chantel has told you, and you know whatever edited episodes that you've seen on Basketball Wives. I actually feel like because Britney, you've had a broken relationship with your mom, that should actually help you to stay even more neutral. Because if you know how a broken, unhealed mother can treat her children based upon your life, why would you only side with just one of Jackie Christie's kids? Why would you not have that same empathy for Takari? I get that you and Chantel are cool now because of your dislike or hatred for her mom, and she feels that way about Jackie as well. But why are you tagging Takari, whom you've never met, and you don't know what Jackie might do? It could be out of pettiness, or it could be because she wants to love her daughter the way she deserves to be loved. She may bring her on that show one day. I don't know. But I just feel like you should just stay out of it. And it just seems like Britney just wants to be a part of the story because it's so big and it's in all of the blogs. So she's commenting and she's tagging both Chantel and Takari so that she can be a part of their huge story, because it is. And then, Takari posted earlier this week, all those women, they pay y'all to play with, and you can't find a better bag than me. Hashtag flattered. So that is Chantel. I think she thought again that she was embarrassing Takari. She was exposing her. I do not think that she's going to embarrass her into silence. I think that Takari should and will continue to post on TikTok and give her commentary as well. It does involve her, not directly in terms of the beef between Chantel and Jackie, but Takari is a part of the family and she has had a broken relationship with her mother and sister as well. But Doug, even if you are calm energy, Doug, even if you are non-confrontational, which I don't believe that, I've watched the video of you running to fight Rick Fox. Okay, that's right on YouTube. Just type in Doug Christie, Rick Fox. If you start typing in Doug Christie, Chris Webber fight also populates for you, but you can type in Doug Christie, Rick Fox. To me, it was like a battle of the light-skinned men, and like, oh my gosh, Rick, like, at first it kind of looks like it was, I'm like, was that on accident or was that on purpose? He like backhands Doug, and Doug gets mad instantly, hits him back. They're both put out of the game. Doug Christie charges into that tunnel and they scrapped in the tunnel. They didn't even make it to the locker rooms. They fought, and then Shaquille O'Neal gets involved because I think he's just trying to break them up. But oh my gosh, it was just bananas. So, Doug, I know you got it in you. Okay. I know you do. But you're going to have to get a hold. You're going to have to tell Chantel, you don't ever threaten your mother with saying you're going to involve me and I'm going to shut her down. This is my wife. She's your mother, but she's my wife. Doug, you're going to have to shut that down. And if you straight up don't want to get involved in the mending, then you need to say that they both need to go to therapy and let the therapist handle it. But you got to say something, because Chantel has to stop thinking that she can just dangle that carrot or dangle that over her mom's head. Like, I'll call dad and he'll shut it down and he's going to leave you. Doug needs to totally step in on that 100%. So I grew up in a very strict household. My parents were older. They had me later in life, traditionalist, Southern Baptist. And, my dad always let it be known that you could get a whooping. And he worked two jobs. He provided well for us. But there was just no way that you would be able to talk to either parent this way and then think you're going to like use the dad to shut down the mom. Like, no way. And my dad was very traditional. Like if he was still alive now, he would be like 89. So he was from that generation. It was very natural for them to be like chauvinistic, heavy into gender roles. Women should do these things, should be the domestic. And the man makes the money and comes home and tells everybody what to do. So just in that strict environment, there's just no running off at the mouth the way that Chantel does. And then again, in addition to having a different type of household that she grew up in, there's the rich kid element that I just really think is permeating for me. And and I feel like she did try to use struggle and trauma to connect with the viewers, but then she kind of did it at her mom's expense. It was just really weird. And now it's just a big old mess. I do feel like perhaps distance would work best for the family, at least for now. And this is coming from someone who keeps a distance from my family. But I do think that the Christies, they need that right now so that they can kind of clear their heads. For them, I'll be happy when this season wraps up. Reportedly, they are filming right now. So there could be like some sort of season 12B. And that makes sense since it was reported in the blogs that there's not going to be a reunion. So there may not be a reunion in 2025, but there may be a reunion next year if there's going to be a 12B. I'm glad that there's not going to be a reunion because maybe it gives them time to kind of heal from everything that has happened. And I know we're using that word heal so much. So let me kind of try and localize it a little bit better. I think that it's good that they're not having a reunion this year so that they do not have to rehash all of the negative conversations and the insults and the walking away, following your mom as she walks away, pushing her, and then she slaps you. I'm glad that there's not a reunion to rehash all of that. And I'm not thinking about the rest of the cast. I'm just solely thinking about the Christie family. And Doug is going to have to do something. And I feel like, and this is going to sound like racial, but I feel like the white side of Doug also perhaps um, factors into his silence. He does seem like he has a calm energy though, but I think his white side is like, yeah, these are black side, I ain't getting involved. You know what I'm saying? And also Chantel, how she is just trying to expose and embarrass her sister, her mom. I know what that's like when people think that they are embarrassing you. And it's such a whack waste of time type of energy anyway. But I just feel like that could also be her white side because she is 25% white. Because Doug is half white, and that's one of her parents. And you do the math, she's 1/4 white. So I don't know. Just like a theory that I have. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all had a thriving Thursday and a wonderful Wednesday. I missed you guys. I took a night off. So last night, Wednesday night, after the gym, I did go to the park really quick. Jennifer couldn't meet me. She had to do something. I walked for 40 minutes and I came right home and I made myself do laundry. I did a couple of loads. Feeling good. Woke up this morning before I logged in for work. I washed a third load, like the sweats, the from the gym and the towels and stuff. Did that. Felt great. After work today, I put away that third load of laundry and just did some cleaning, because I walk at the park and the path is just basically dirt and rocks and stuff almost. It almost looks kind of like fake sand. So I think my Adidas sneakers tracks that in. So I was wiping the floors, you know what I'm saying? And then I got Middle Eastern food and I went to the park and ate it and chilled out. And then now I'm back home creating content. So it was a chill Thursday evening, but I did get some housework done. I'm going to keep on doing that, I think, over the next few days. And I'm going to go see a superhero movie, Marvel, the Fantastic Four. So that should be really good. So I'm just happy that the weekend is here. It is Friday Eve. You kind of get energetic when you know the weekend is here and you made it. We've made it through 80% of the work week. And I'm just glad there's just one more day. So I hope you all have a fantastic Friday. I am going to do a scan of all the blogs to see if anything has broke. I was thinking about making a video about Glorilla. She gets arrested for a robbery that happened in her house when she wasn't home. I think that is insane. So I think I'm going to make that video next. So I will talk with you all soon. Bye.